Always
Damn
forget.
it.
Alrighty. Hello, everyone.
Hello,
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 welcome
hello.
everybody. Welcome to Quest of Queens, a D&D actual play about four women trying to make peace in the chaotic aftermath of the cataclysm, an accent that smashed together the realms that were never really meant to coexist. Our heroes are doing their best to bring order to the chaos with spells, strategy, and plenty of laughs along the way. And they're navigating a world where everything collided, but nothing quite fits.
Hey guys, I'm Lexi, and the reason why we are late tonight, I play
You're fine.
Amelia. She is a cleric for the goddess of love, Celia, but was originally given to the Temple of Retris, the goddess of the moon. She is outspoken and is a protector of those she loves. Amelia is still trying to find her place in the world, but she's getting closer.
Oh, I am Loran, and I play Callie. She is an artificer who was raised by the royal artificer. Say that 10 times fast. She's shy and quiet, but finding her voice. And she's definitely smarter than she seems, and she's learning to love exploring the world outside her workshop with her found family.
Hi, I'm Morgan. I play Sarah. She is a Beastmaster Ranger who has recently discovered that she has magical bloodlines. She's a former royal guard who was kind of just one of the guys, but is now discovering that playing politics is a lot harder than she thought.
I'm Jordan, and my mic is on tonight.
Hell
And
yeah.
Love it.
and I play Ophime, a shadow monk rogue who grew up in an assassin's cult. She may be quiet, but she isn't afraid to speak her mind and is just trying to figure out where she belongs and make sense of a world she's only beginning to understand.
Okay, and those are my lovely players. Just a little bit of a summary of last session. Not too much happened. Our girls were basically recovering from the everything that they've been going on. Be sure to check out the episode before
everything.
that to fully understand. But yeah, it was a lot of winding down, a lot of talking, a lot of introspection going on
Therapy.
that session. Yeah, some girl talk and therapy, for sure.
Important.
Um, which kind of leads us into tonight's session. The group was winding down. They had just finished with their girl talk session, getting ready to actually sleep the remaining few hours of the night they have here in Serlona. Notable NPCs around them right now. We have Princess Marianne of Serlona, who they currently are trying to put on the throne, it seems. We have Commander Hain of Serlona, as well as Calarel, who is the commander of Atlas, a neighboring kingdom that they had recently been in. Okay. Those are notable NPCs. I'll open the floor for my players, and they can decide what they would like to do. You guys had, for the most part, patched up and finished your talks, either amongst each other and checking in with some other NPCs who are far away in the land of Formonsa, which is your home. And at this point, you were deciding about going to bed. It's up to you if you'd like to actually do that or if you wanted to talk to anyone else. As of right now, Calarel has not returned from his thought flight where he goes and thinks really hard while flying. And you were informed that Marianne was in her mother's office going through her documents and trying to figure out her next steps as she plans to face the group of nobles and claim her throne. All right.
How long has Cal been gone?
Realistically, probably 20, maybe 30 minutes.
Oh,
It
okay.
hasn't been that long.
Okay. I'm just making sure that you're not like hinting that we should worry about him.
No, I'm informing you about where he is in case you forgot.
Okay.
We're just a little scarred,
Just a
possibly.
smidgen.
Just a
I
little.
got it. I'm just trying to set the scene.
Okay.
Say that your
Um,
players are traumatized without saying that your players are traumatized.
What? I keep it fun.
Mm-hmm. Is that
For
what we're
some
calling it?
people, it's, I mean,
I'm down to go to bed, I think.
yeah, I was gonna say, I think Ophime's wants to get the next day here, so
We're quite literally all exhausted.
Yes, you are. All right. So everyone will go ahead and get to bed. What I will say is it is late. It's probably 2 or 3 in the morning, give or take. So you're only a few hours before sunrise. Do you plan to sleep past sunrise to get a full rest, or are you trying to be up at first light? And
I
are you
mean,
taking shifts?
I was gonna
I
say, what's her name is getting like, uh, or is like trying to claim the throne or whatever at first light, right,
As far as you know, yes.
And
Marion?
we're getting up at
I don't
first
know
yeah,
what's
light.
her
we're getting
name.
up. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and
Are
also
yeah.
I was gonna say, and Ofame would definitely be making sure we are doing shifts.
Okay.
If she needs to take the whole shift, she will.
Great.
It'll be only a few hours. Okay. So, I won't specify shifts right now because it's not as important. But I wanted to know if you were doing that. Okay. So you guys rest for as much as you can. When you do awake, there is sunlight streaming through the small windows on the one side of this stone large room. Some of you are hit by it a bit harder than the others. Um, but slowly but surely you start to awaken in your room. You didn't get a full night's rest, but you're able to assess that sun is up. There's still work to do. Okay.
All right, ladies. Time to go get our girl a crown, I guess.
A new title.
Something.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting that she's like stretching up and like rolling her shoulders, and she's like, it's interesting that she has to have a coronation and perhaps a funeral within a very short time span.
Mm-hmm.
That is awfully rough. 2 funerals. Kind of. I don't
Well,
know how much
one of them we were really worried
ceremony.
with. Yeah.
One of them won't be missed.
No.
I forgot Hane was.
Hane's there. What you noticed since you took first shift, and I think most of the shift, um, Hane tried to sleep and it ended up not being able to, and just kind of sat up with you, not really saying much.
That so sad.
Mhm.
Poor girl.
So,
Um,
go ahead.
Sarah is going to take her pillow and like put it on top of her face and be like, "Please tell me this godforsaken country has coffee."
There is. We'd have to find a servant to bring it, unless you want to venture out into the kitchens.
I feel like we
Did
should
we-
find the future queen first to see if she needs anything. And she's like
Okay.
rubbing her eyes with her palms.
We'll find a servant on the way there, I guess.
I
I
like
will
that
say
idea.
it's odd that Marion hasn't returned yet.
Oh, great.
Has Cal?
No, he hasn't.
Fuck.
Now it's been a few
Okay.
hours.
Amelia's
Okay,
gonna
yep.
like turn and like put her head into the pillow, and she's gonna be like, um, Cal, are you alive? She's like connecting mentally.
I am. What's wrong?
Nothing. I just to-do list. Okay.
You you were gone all night,
You
and
alive?
You were gone.
Yeah.
Right?
He was gone for a few hours, so we won't say all night.
He was
we
gone for
slept,
the
and he
whole-
was.
And
He was
then
gone for the whole night that we were asleep.
yeah, and then she's gonna connect with Hane or with Marion and be like, your Highness, are you alive?
Please don't. And yes,
Oh, thank God.
She seems stressed.
Where are you?
I'm still in Mother's office. Noble should be here within the hour.
Would you like us to be present for said meeting?
Yes, but I think I may need some advice first.
Okay, we'll come up before they get there so that we can talk.
No, I mean,
Oh.
um,
Oh. She like opens her eyes a little bit.
She's like, oh, my head should not be in the pillow for this one.
Yeah, I should probably maybe like be sort of conscious.
she'll say, is it possible for maybe just one or two of you to come up for a moment and then come as a group?
Who does she want with her?
Who would you like?
Perhaps you and Sarah. I feel like you're closest to. You, Sarah, and Ofame are all quite close to Anna. I would probably ask Anna this, but I think.
Okay. Yeah, of course.
Mhm.
She's gonna like just give us like a couple minutes.
All right.
Also, where the fuck is your mother's study?
Remember where we went for
You've been to it already.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, but
Oh,
like
yeah.
from here,
Yikes.
I haven't.
Okay.
It's the room with the door.
Oh, that's very quick. That helps a lot.
How
What-
close are we?
What she'll do if you ask her this?
Mm-hmm.
You ask her how to get there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So she tries to like imagine the pathway to you, so you can see
Oh, cool. Okay,
a route.
that's handy. Okay, yeah, just give us a couple minutes. She's gonna like sit up and she's gonna be like, Sarah, she wants to see us. Also, your boyfriend's not dead.
Great. Did you ask her about coffee?
She did
Bitch,
not.
no, not yet.
Well, how about you guys go and Ofame and I can acquire some caffeine
Beverages.
I appreciate that.
Perfect.
and some cheese
So-
for Ofame.
She asks for just you two.
For now, yes. Because we're close to Anna. I don't know. We gotta. And then she's like, get up, move. Like, we gotta go.
All right.
Okay.
It's more like for herself, because she's not moving. Like,
Jeez.
she's like, we gotta get going. Okay.
Sarah's gonna ask for. No, that's not really the vibe of Sarlona. I was gonna say she's gonna ask for coffee and to give her a green tea shot.
Oh, God. No, that feels more druidic.
No, I feel like if anything, it's gonna be like where like you
Straight
go
espresso.
and ask
If
for.
Meryl were to give you a pick me up, you would be high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, it's probably like Sarlona
It's kind of
feels
like-
like a cortado shot or some shit.
Yeah.
I was thinking
Or
along the
just
lines of
straight
like
espresso.
where you go, like where you go to England for the first time and you're like, I'm gonna get some breakfast, and they give you
God.
beans on toast and blood sausage, and you're like, the fuck is this?
Like,
If we had to do
what?
that, we'd have to fight.
What in the white?
I'm really serious. We would have to fight.
She's like, no, one of my worlds is not, in fact, Britain.
Absolutely not.
That's hilarious.
Yes, I
Okay.
did create a whole world where I just deleted Britain from it. Fight me.
You know, that's valid.
Fight
While
me.
we all have British accents.
Yep.
Right?
That was your choice. I
Okay.
make that choice.
So technically, Sarah's is, I think, Irish
Yeah.
or Scottish.
I remember
I
you
can't
saying
do
that.
either of those.
Saying this forever
It's
ago, yeah.
canonically Irish,
I love that accent. It's so
Amazing.
funny.
but I can't do an Irish accent.
It's not required. All right. So you're trying to force yourselves to get up.
Yeah.
Do you get moving?
Yep.
Get moving.
Slug gets
Before
in.
they leave, I'm gonna
Sure.
ask Amelia, just be like, hey, as you're walking out, can you connect with Louis and tell him to meet us here?
Sure.
Then he can escort us to the kitchens.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I know Hayne
That's
can
it?
also, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
What
Okay.
else would we need him for?
Do you need to tell him anything else?
No, what else would I need to tell him?
I don't know your undying love for him.
Okay.
I have met this
She
man
looks
for
at-
like
She looks at
2
Sarah and
weeks.
she's like, okay, nobody
Girl.
gets to say that. Especially not you.
Oh.
Poor Callie.
She's gonna
She's like,
connect with Louis and be like, Louis,
Are you not dead?
Princeling.
Princeling?
Not the
Really?
princeling.
That's what he says. Princeling? Really?
Okay, so you're around. Basically, Callie would like to see you in our
God.
rooms.
Oh my
That is
god.
not what I said.
This poor girl.
Yeah, but you made Amelia your messenger, so she
You
is
did
going
make- You did put this upon yourself.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna say, sure. I'll be there soon.
Quickly, she seems
Oh my
to
God.
really be
Amelia.
wanting for you to come and join them.
Okay.
This poor guy.
All right.
He thinks he's getting somewhere.
No, he doesn't.
Ugh.
They had a
That's
very intimate thank you in a hallway last session.
Jesus,
Okay.
you guys.
I don't. Not intimate.
It was the kind of thank you that you see in rom-coms, and you're like, it's moving along.
Mm.
Oh, they're getting somewhere.
They said thank you. Okay.
All right.
The enemies aren't enemying anymore.
No, it's still tense, but it's not quite to the point of the who hurt you. Yet.
That's coming.
It's
Oh
coming.
boy, here we go. Okay, that's all he really says. He just senses the urgency ? And he's like, sure, I'll be there.
He's like, uh-oh, gotta go.
Well, I'm being summoned, so
Amelia's
Alright.
like, okay, well, I got a jet.
Yeah.
got a blast.
Yeah.
She can leave. All right. Okay. So, does anyone else stop me to talk to them before they go?
No. I'm
No.
just giving her glares
You
as
didn't
she
hear
walks
any
out
of
of the
it.
room.
No,
I heard-
you didn't get to hear it.
Oh, dang it.
You didn't hear anything that she said to him.
Shit.
You made me the messenger.
So, from her perspective, she just kind of stood there for a
Yep.
few seconds.
Damn
And
it.
that was
then
it.
she'll look to Callie and be like, he seemed like he really wanted to come and see you. So,
Oh.
whatever that
Okay.
means.
Oh. Oh, right.
That's odd.
Is it? And then she just kind of like leaves out the room after a very sly side eye.
Oh my god.
Ophme's just gonna turn to Callie and be like, that was odd, right?
Weird.
Is that just me? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I feel like she's up to something.
Probably. Everyone is.
Is Amelia usually up to something?
Never.
When it comes to people and potential
Relationships, I
romantic,
feel like it's more so Sarah.
Well, I've got
Sarah's just more obvious.
Okay, fair.
But I feel like Amelia has her own vested interest in relationships as well.
She is the goddess of love's champion. In fact.
There
Callie asked
is.
to question all of her decisions going forward when she
Right.
asked.
Damn it.
Okay, so Amelia and Sarah start making their way. Amelia, you're following the mental guide that
Mhm.
Marianne gave, and you make it back to the double doors that you saw just the day previous at this point. But you no longer feel the magic radiating off them. And in fact, the door is slightly ajar when you get there.
Amelia's gonna like,
Knock softly.
yeah, be like,
Okay.
Marianne?
Yes. Come on in.
She goes in.
You both enter, and you see a quite large um, desk, and sprawled about is scrolls and paperwork everywhere. It looks as though she went through everything she could possibly go through, looking through all of this. And she sits in a very high-backed chair, but she seems to be slumped in this chair. Um, Head in hand, she's looking at what looks to be some type of formal document that seems very old.
Have you been up all night?
Yes.
What's going on, dear?
Well, I don't need as much sleep.
I don't believe that.
Well, what has been
Alright.
keeping you up? I mean, than the obvious.
Um, she kind of thumbs the paper a bit and then hands it out towards you both and says, "Read this and tell me I'm not crazy."
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So you guys take it.
Mm-hmm.
And upon it, it looks to be um, the last of some type of correspondence. And in it, it details the abduction of a royal from the kingdom Cover for the purposes of inciting war to break the treaty that they had um, constructed a couple hundred years previous. It
Hmm.
says that this child was abducted. Seems to be maybe almost 30-ish years ago at this point.
Mhm.
There's not much detail of who this could be. All it really says is that they're definitely the second born royal of Cover.
Does it state what kind of royal?
What do you mean?
Like prince, princess?
It says princess.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Um.
Um.
uh. Okay.
Um.
So, what exactly do you not want to be crazy for?
So, the royal family of Cover, as far
Mm-hmm.
as I can tell,
Isn't that the coastal region?
it is.
Okay.
I've not been there myself, but the timeline it gives is in line with, well, their son, the one I was betrothed to, is a half elf.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Timeline fits for a festival that I know of going on in Cover that has to do with their mourning of their lost princess. I was not aware of this, but I have suspicions that it's possible Hayne believes she's an orphan. And I believe that as well.
What do you mean Hayden
It's just-
believes she's an orphan?
Is she or is she not?
Yeah.
We don't know.
What?
Was she adopted?
Technically, no.
That's not
Girl,
I
we're
need-
being way too vague right now. I need you to cut to it.
I believe he may be the lost heir.
Oh gods. Okay.
Mm.
Is this a
That's-
negative thing?
It could definitely.
Instead of
become a
marrying the
problem.
prince, you can just marry the princess.
Do you have a
Yeah, the
picture?
political upheaval.
Do you have a picture of the prince?
And she starts to look around. Just I saw it earlier.
Even just a depiction?
A depiction of him, yes. She looks through and she finds what looks to be. I keep saying chat. I'm sorry. She looks through a lot of the documents. It seems to find looks like a quickly done sketch. It's just she hands it to you. The resemblance is obvious.
Oh.
Oh god. Okay.
Okay.
Well, that evidence is kind of damning. Oh.
Great.
Well, they're both attractive, so good for them. Runs in the family, apparently.
I do worry. Not sure. I mean, I guess if this gets out, obviously I'm going to tell him. Worry that
I believe
O'Hare
Haynes
would
should
want
be the first
retaliation?
person. Well, I imagine first step would be you would want to tell Hayne first, so that she can unpack it before she's unpacking it with the rest of the world.
Someone's biting me. He bit me.
Gary.
Ouch, Charlie.
Ouch, Charlie.
Okay.
Sorry. The ADHD is ADHD.
Yeah.
Whirl.
That really hurt.
Just- Right.
So. Okay.
Cool.
I think I catastrophized a maybe. Because it could obviously mean war
Hmm.
immediately.
However,
Or what we could do is we could maybe bring Hayne back to
oh yes, Tate would love that idea.
no, just to show that she's alive and have their celebration. And then she tell them that she, of her own free will, wants to be with you. And then they're like, of course, anything for our lost princess because we love you.
I doubt
Happily ever after.
it will go
You
that
Truly
smoothly.
believe that will work.
So
It
here's my thing.
might.
Here's my thing. As far as politics are concerned, you have a girl who did not know who she was,
They
and
know.
at the same time, you were
Mhm.
not the ruler at the time that she was taken.
Other question. Do they know that Zorlona was the one to take her?
I don't know.
So what you do is you burn this document. You deny all plausibility. And you just say that she found the picture of the prince and was like, whoa, that looks like me. I wonder.
There's still the
Right.
question of how she got to Forlona.
Counter argument. One of the big problems with that one is she is already in Sarlona and has been for 30 years.
Well, it doesn't mean the royal family took her, just maybe a random citizen.
Why would a random citizen steal an heiress?
So you want me to
For
lie
shits and giggles.
What not? No.
and try to push the idea that a random person had the resources to steal an heir?
I didn't
not-
say that.
Completely out of the question.
All I'm saying is majority of the time,
Highly unlikely.
They
presenting
could have hired people.
facts typically helps more. Facts that we have so far. 1, you just found this document. 2, you did not, in fact, know that your parents had taken her. 3, we could send correspondence.
The problem with 2 of those facts is that there's no way to prove that she had no idea and she just found this out.
Well, her father's decapitated head and the ashes of her mother could be that.
But that doesn't prove that she didn't know. That just proves that they're dead.
Right, but she wasn't ruling while this happened.
Yes, she wasn't. However, she could have been complicit in the sense that she was the heir, the princess. Why wouldn't she know the things going on in her kingdom?
And
Yeah,
what if
but
Hayne thinks that I knew about this? Oh,
Wait, what?
God. She said, "What if Hayne thinks that I knew about this?"
I feel like you and Haynes' relationship is far deeper than her automatically assuming the worst of you. Especially after the day we have recently had.
Okay.
You need to tell Hayne now, though. Not later.
Yes, that is a crucial thing. You need to tell Hayne like immediately. But you know, the royals. That let's think of a plan
We'll dismiss
that involves
that
Hayne.
a little
The
bit.
political ramifications, I suppose, can wait a day.
It can
Mhm.
wait as long as it needs to wait. They've waited 30 years. They can wait a couple more weeks if they need to.
She's gonna communicate with Hayne mentally, and say, Hayne, are you there?
Yes. Is it correct?
Can you come to the, I don't know,
Queen's office.
yeah,
I suppose.
the witch's office?
By yourself.
All right. I suppose. Panning over to the adventures of Ophime, Callie, Hayne,
And
as
Louis.
No, not
What a-
yet.
what a
We're
group.
gonna get there.
What
Such an
a group.
While you guys were, after they had immediately left, they had just left. You wait a little bit before Louis shows up. He kind of hangs in the doorway. Says, "Everything all right?" I was told I was needed immediately.
Oh,
You don't look to be in
gods.
immediate danger.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. No danger. Unless you call my empty
Open May?
stomach.
Oh, okay. It's like I don't know what's about to come out of your mouth.
What did you say? No, for real. What
Her
did you
empty
say?
stomach.
Oh, okay. Thank God.
Yes. We just wanted to know if you would like to join us to get some caffeine for the group and I guess breakfast before the royals show up. Definitely no immediate danger.
I
Of
never
any
said
kind.
there was
Starving
immediate
is
danger.
immediate danger.
What? But sorry.
All right.
What did he say?
What?
He said, I guess starving is immediate danger.
Okay. Yes.
All right. And he kind of turns on his heel and like waits for you guys to follow to the kitchen.
Sure.
Basically.
All right.
All right. So he
You
leads
hear Sarah's voice in your head reminding you to not forget the coffee, by the way.
They have one job. They know.
They know to get coffee. All right.
Hallie wouldn't forget.
Okay.
Oh,
I
for me,
feel like
mine.
Callie survives off of it.
Yeah.
Hopefully just wants cheese.
Oh, for me, it's like, ooh, cheese? Cool.
Mhm.
All right, but he leads you guys down a couple flights of stairs toward the kitchens. It is not the nicest space you've ever been in. This is like the castle kitchens.
Mm.
The main thing you notice here, as opposed to the kitchens in either Atlas or Salona, there's remarkably less food than you have seen before. There is some, as far as you can tell.
They don't accommodate mortals humans that
Not
often.
really. There's definitely some. You're able to scrounge up at least enough there. For that, he makes sure to point out where everything is. Before taking a seat at like one of the small little tables within the kitchens. While you guys figure out what you want.
I guess we should just stay here until they're ready for us.
That seems as fine a plan as any.
I don't really feel like adventuring around the castle without a reason.
I
Yes,
agree.
that is not wise. What are they doing?
Haven't the slightest clue.
Oh, wonderful. And he leans back in his chair, puts his feet on the table.
I presume they're getting ready to meet the royals and...
The nobles.
Right, sorry.
Are you
The
okay?
nobles. And I...
Was that him or you correcting?
It's me.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was me.
He's like,
Um,
they're nobles, they're not royals. Okay, passive aggressive.
Okay.
I assume they're just getting ready for the nobles' arrival. Why they only needed 2 of them, I don't know, but I'm sure there's a reason.
Louis seems generally disinterested. In that. You can tell Hane's watching him like a hawk. But also trying to help out where she can. You guys looking for stuff. Like pointing out where different things are. You guys all end up sitting at this table together for a bit. And it's at that point where you notice Hane's attention drift off for a few seconds. And she says, "Oh, it seems they need me in the office, so
Just you, not all of us?
just me, apparently."
Okay.
This is getting more and more interesting by
Yeah.
the moment.
I feel like we're being left out of something, if I may. All right, well.
To the loners. And she
Yeah.
lifts her coffee.
I feel like that would be the moment where Ofame just like disappears into the shadows.
Oh my god.
Poof.
She
The
could
loners
just follow
simply
Hane.
gone. Yeah.
No!
Uh,
Hane turns to Louis and says, "My threat still stands," before pivoting to leave.
Callie will like cheers her mug with Ofame.
Oh.
So the loners.
What'd you guys get aside from coffee? Or did you just get coffee? And
Cheese.
Cheese.
Coffee and cheese.
That's it.
What a pairing.
Yeah.
I'm
What
sure if there was any like biscuits or
does it-
scones or anything.
Coffee
Grab
and
some of
cheese
those.
is crazy work.
Some stale bread.
Next, you're gonna have beans on toast.
Oh,
Disgusting.
May has a little bit of class. Come on.
I
You're
keep
like,
seeing
you know
videos
what
of
would
people
hit?
mixing cheese in their
No.
Coca-Cola, and it's disgusting.
Classic.
So you guys end up on one side of the table, and Louis on the opposite side.
Mm-hmm.
He's like drumming his fingers on the table. He hasn't gotten anything to eat, as far as you've seen.
Well, because
So,
he
Louis,
wants to eat Callie.
Ew.
That is crazy work to
Good
say
thing
out
Sarah's
loud.
not here.
Oh.
Oh my god. Somebody needs to bully her again. If Cal wasn't absolutely going through it, Amelia probably would, but alas he is.
Mm-hmm.
Our boy's on the edge. Anyway,
So it seems like you could use a friend around here.
what are you offering? He doesn't seem.
Callie's gonna look at Ofame and be like, "Yes, Ofame, what are you offering?"
He's kind of like trying to just figure out where this is going.
Um, well, I could. However, I'm not sure I'm much great. I'm not very great at friendships.
Yeah.
Right.
But you know, if you needed someone to talk to, you could.
You could.
What an offering that is. Yep.
Louis just
It
gives
is
you
what I can offer.
like a strange, off-put nod. He says,
Right.
I'll keep that in mind. Yeah.
I'm a
Okay.
little surprised that she didn't offer to be his assassin.
Oh, he hasn't earned that.
He's
No way.
That job is currently taken. She can't just offer this to every royal.
I'm already
Allie-
the official assassin for 2 countries.
Hallie's gonna wait for a second while like Ofame is like either distracted taking a sip or eating a piece of cheese or something, and look at him and be like, "Don't mind her. That's just it's Ofame."
He's trying to do something nice for Callie's
trying- yes.
boyfriend.
She's oh my god.
His boyfriend.
Listen.
Just kidding. Sorry. Continue.
Anyway. Yes, that is Ofame. We love her.
okay.
Yep.
He's like, okay.
Anyway,
Well,
Like how you're like, I'm gonna wait until Ofume's taking a sip while Callie is sitting next to her and
Listen.
talking across the table.
you're all sitting together. I want you
I
to
know.
remember that.
I know.
Ofume's just going to ignore it and let it happen.
Okay.
She knows. She knows she's weird.
Right. So nothing.
She's
to
like,
do.
I killed that interaction, actually.
Yeah,
Like,
I was the nicest person ever, and that was the most heartwarming conversation.
Yeah, look what I
like-
offered. Friendship.
I couldn't ask
Sort
for
of, kind
anything
of.
better. Sort of,
Well,
kind of. As much as Ofume can offer friendship, she did.
Mhm.
Well, he says,
Facts.
well, I suppose I appreciate it. Whatever
Ofume
it
just
was.
raises her glass to him.
Sure. Right.
Well, if you end up traveling with us, we'll all get much closer and hopefully become closer friends with everyone.
He seems to think about it. It's
It's
like,
hmm.
Do I really want to do that?
Are you second guessing your decision now?
No, of course not. Just not under the impression that any of your friends like me.
I wouldn't say.
I guess except Ofame, who just
that.
offered to talk.
I think
Oh.
everyone's just a little cautious, and I feel like they have a right to be, considering you did break out of the prison that we put you in.
I mean, we
And
did
then-
put him in
He
prison.
put me
And
in
then,
prison.
He's
that I
like,
then
key
broke
part
out
of that phrase
yeah.
is that
Put me in.
you put me in.
You broke our
You
trust
did
by breaking out
quite
of prison.
literally torture me.
We
I
put
didn't
you in
torture him.
prison,
I fed him.
and then you broke out, which is crazy.
I mean, we put him in prison for a reason.
Indeed.
Is that what you said to him?
Sure.
Oh.
Right, and the reason being,
You were planning to kidnap Marion.
yes, but
And
I was
stake
no
her.
danger to you. She would not have died. We've been over this. She would not have died.
Okay, but
Perfect.
anyway.
thing is, she probably would have died.
He said he wasn't a danger to me,
He said he wasn't a danger to you all, basically.
but at the time, how were we to know that?
He shrugs.
Right.
Well, what's done is done.
Exactly. Water under the
Anywho.
bridge. Kind of. Maybe not for Marion, but we'll get there.
I'm not sure
Maybe
if
that's
Marianne
what
hates
they're
me, but
discussing.
I'm very sure Hayden does.
Hmm.
Feels it's deserved. At any rate, I'll be glad to be free of this place.
Don't enjoy it. Want to get out?
Well, you know me. Running away is my favorite thing to do.
Hmm.
He's
Very
like,
disparaging.
look around. Do you want to stay here?
Dude, I've been living here my whole life and I hate it. You read it for 2 seconds and you hate it. Imagine how I feel.
Yeah.
Is there any part of Salona that you enjoy? There's nothing here that you enjoy?
No one. No, she doesn't say that. Mhm. That was me.
No, I cannot. I can't think of anything.
Wow.
Even I had a few things that I missed from my previous home.
Anything
That's
I was
quite
fond of
sad.
would soon be killed or used against me, so.
Well, not anymore. There was
No,
never a
but
place that you could go for refuge. There was never anything like that.
No.
I'm sorry.
Nah. Yeah, Keith waves it off. It's fine now, right? Going on an adventure. Whole wide world. Whatever that looks like. I've always wanted to go on a ship.
Well, we never know where the next stop is going to be necessarily, so
Quite.
you
You're
might get
on
your
a record, I
wish.
hear, of killing queens.
not me
Only those that
personally,
deserve
but
it.
yes, two queens now.
Correct. When we are faced with a queen who is intent on killing us, we do tend to kill them first.
Yeah. Word got back here about the assault on your homeland.
Oh,
Mother found it quite quaint.
Well, who's laughing now?
I suppose not her.
Suppose not.
If you
Would
all
anyone?
have your bellies full, don't leave. Since you said you didn't want to wander on your own, but I will be back momentarily.
where are you going?
To get my breakfast.
Oh.
Ah,
And he flashes
Toodaloo.
a grin, and you see his fangs for a bit before he turns around. I'll see you soon.
okay.
And he heads on out.
Ophme leans into Callie.
Oh my god. I'm scared.
And he just goes, "Don't get me wrong. I'm happily in a relationship, but that was a little hot, right?"
What?
Callie's just gonna like roll her eyes and put her head in her hand. Like, oh good
I'm
lord.
getting tired of all of you.
Okay, but did Louis hear that interaction?
You don't know. You
Oh.
don't know.
Do-do-do-do.
Anyway,
Okay. So we're gonna pivot back. That was interesting. We're gonna pivot back.
that was like the world's most awkward conversation.
It
I
really
know, but
kind of
I
was.
enjoyed every second of it. Okay. All right. Moving back to the queen's office. Hayne knocks and then enters and sees you all kind of huddled around this desk. Is something wrong?
No, nothing is wrong. We just need to tell you something, and it might be some shocking news.
Sarah's gonna like pull out a chair and be like, I think you should sit down.
Hayne gives Sarah some side eye and then looks at Marion like, what's happening? Says, please do sit. It will probably be better, easier. And it's just, like, all right. Takes a seat. Marion comes from behind the desk and hands her the document. Says, just read it. And I can clarify if you're not sure. Looking skeptical, like you all kind of stand awkwardly. I suppose Sane reads over the document. She frowns after a while. And Marion says, I know you never met him, but here. And hands over the sketch. And then kind of puts them both in her lap and looks off into the middle distance for a bit there.
Would it be more beneficial to process with us here, or for us to leave for you and Marion to have a moment with this?
She ends up taking the documents. She kind of tosses the picture back onto the desk and like puts it in a pocket. She says, let's deal with the nobles first. We can deal with that after, with whatever this means. Marianne tries to stop her. Says, you don't even want to talk about it, maybe? Or says, no, I don't. Okay. We will eventually, right? Haynes says, sure.
Sarah's gonna lean towards Amelia and be like, I think that means no. She's gonna like whisper, but like it's a loud whisper.
Yeah, it's a stage
She's
whisper.
gonna like slow blink and then be like, Sarah, if you're going to be a diplomat, I need you to learn when to lower your fucking voice. Please.
Hayne does look over at Sarah with another side eye. This has been the second side eye.
Amelia is gonna take Sarah's hand and be like, she hasn't had coffee yet, if you will excuse us. And then she just kind of like pulls her out of the room.
Okay. So do you guys try and find the rest of your party, or do you just hang out in the hallway?
We go and try and find the party, I imagine.
Okay.
Amelia's like, I know they said that they don't want to deal with it right now. However, she's probably not saying things because we're present, so we should go.
Mhm.
Well, we know how they deal with things, so.
Yes.
Anyway, so
We do.
you guys So you guys eventually make your way to the first floor, sniffing out the kitchen. Um, by the time of May and Callie that Sarah and Amelia get back, Louis hasn't returned yet.
Okay.
Oh, hello.
What was that all about?
If I tell you,
Sarah's gonna turn to Sarah's gonna turn to Amelia and like ask with her eyes.
I think we can say something.
You said yes.
I don't know what she said.
I think she said 1 moment.
Oh, okay.
Mhm. I'm interested to know how that conversation is going to go behind closed doors, just the two of them, but we'll never know.
Unless we
We will
spy.
never know.
We could
I-
know.
You know, like I said, I think Callie has learned her lesson, and she will not partake in that spying on those two in particular.
See, but that was your fault.
It truly was. It
That's on
definitely
you.
was. And
I take responsibility for that. That was
yeah,
on me.
absolutely. Yep, that was on me. I was curious, and curiosity killed the cat. So, not
The
not
Callie.
curious anymore.
Killed the Callie. Oh
Yep,
no.
yep.
I'd say at this point, when the rest of the party returns, Louis has been gone for maybe 15 minutes
Okay.
at most. It's been nothing crazy. But yes.
Ofme starts pouring a cup of coffee and just hands it out to Sarah without saying anything.
Sarah is going to drink it in like 1 to 2 gulps.
Uh-huh.
Sounds hot. Like temperature.
I'll just
hot, not
lean over and refill her cup again.
Yeah.
Okay. Even more.
Maybe pour a little something else in it. No.
It's
It's a
far
bit
too
early for that.
I'm just kidding.
It's dawn.
Yeah, no.
We've had a day. Don't judge.
Okay.
So,
Was that a yes, we can say something?
Yes.
Okay. So after she has done chugging her coffee, she's going to then like kind of like not slam it on the table, but like like after you do a shot.
Coffee?
yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
of the coffee cup, but like it's not gonna break. To specify that. You're like, so we found out that Hain is the lost heir of Hover. She was stolen.
Potentially. There's a lot of evidence that points towards that.
So, is Hay not from here?
Apparently not.
Vaguely, they told us that she is a sort of orphan, maybe possibly. They don't know.
Which, I don't know how you don't know something like that.
I think it's something super secret that they just don't want us to know.
But
Well,
like, also, you
I
know
mean-
whether you have parents or not.
Not necessarily.
What if the queen raised her?
Oh, she looks at Ofame, she's like,
Uh-oh.
okay, so...
Oh, I was not talking about myself.
Oh, okay. I wasn't
I
trying to
mean,
be insensitive.
Callie, do you remember your parents?
Not at all.
Yes, you do. Their names are Tobias and Nihilist. Excuse you,
well,
Callie.
touche.
Right. Okay. My biological parents that birthed me. No, I do not have any memories of them. All I remember is just waking up in the streets of
See,
Wherever,
so it's
Formonsa.
more common than you might think.
Yes, I have
No,
so
It
many
happens all the
questions for
time.
her.
The thing is, though, is that Callie knew she was an orphan.
How she knows she's an
No.
orphan because she's been
I
told she
know-
was an orphan.
Right.
But you
I,
know if you don't know if you
I have no idea who my parents are, if they're
Yes.
alive, if they're not. I have no idea.
yes, that's an orphan. No offense, like love you. But like
Wow.
that's what I'm trying to get at, is that if you don't know who your parents are, have never met them,
Oh,
that whole gist, that's being an
yes.
orphan. And
Yes.
so you know if you have met and know your parents or if they're alive or dead, kind of thing. And
It,
So,
it doesn't
yes,
necessarily
but
matter whether you
we
were
don't know
raised by them or not.
What you're saying
Yes.
is we do not know how Hane was raised.
Correct.
yes.
If she was raised to believe. So-
Literally, all we know is that she is the commander of the armies here.
Right. So I presume that conversation was to let her know of the news that you guys have just found out.
Yes.
Correct.
And how
She
did she
chose
take it?
to ignore
We
it.
don't know. She tried to say that we should focus on the nobles coming in, but we gave them space.
that sounds wise, knowing the two of them.
Hmm They often
Mhm.
process things in a very specific
Physical
way.
manner.
They're like rabbits.
There's a lot to unpack between the two of them at the moment.
Yes. We all have our things to unpack.
So that how
Mhm.
how did they come to how did you come to this conclusion that she's a
We found a document, or Marion found a document that was detailing how to steal the princess of Cover. And I guess through what Marion already knew about Hane, she had an inkling. And then I asked to see a picture of the prince and the
Who's very attractive, by the way.
this is the
Oh,
prince
If
that
you want to
she
keep your
is
options open, Callie, for
the prince that she was betrothed,
Betrothed to.
Yes. Yes.
Correct.
who is potentially Hane's brother.
Yes.
Yes.
Interesting.
That you are now trying to set Calliope up with.
Oh, options open for what? Listen.
Options
What?
open for your prince selection. I mean, there's a couple now.
Collection for what? I am not getting into anything at the moment.
Correct, at the moment.
I said the same thing.
Options open.
Oh.
Anywho,
Anyway,
I do think that. Where's Louis? Speaking of your options.
He's eating breakfast
Oh.
as well.
Oh.
And how kind of him to go do that elsewhere. What a friendly
not
thing to
Jesus.
do.
I mean,
Huh?
yeah.
Totally.
Well,
Speak of the devil.
I'm not.
Did he
choosing
hear
the
me say
nobles.
that?
Louis strides in.
Did you hear me call him a friend?
You don't know. He waltzes in the same way he comes to most rooms, thinking he owns the place. He says, looks like you've multiplied. Good morning.
Good morning.
You seem to be
Good
in a
morning
mood.
again.
How was
I
your breakfast?
Delightful.
I don't really want to ask any more questions about that.
Do you know when the nobles are going to be here?
I saw a few carriages pulling up when I was going on my way back.
Okay, we should probably get back to the office.
Should we
then.
reach out to Marion to see if
Yeah, let's make sure that they're
No.
You do
it-
that, Amelia, and you let us know.
Nope, I'm not
When
doing that
she-
anymore. So we are going
We're
to
just gonna
walk there
over them?
and
Okay.
knock on the
Oh.
door. Mm-hmm.
I will be at the end of the line
Okay.
in the hallway.
Louis, why don't you lead us?
oh god.
He
Why
doesn't
should
need
I?
any more reason
He doesn't
to
need
be
any more
distrusted.
trauma.
Okay, so I will go first, but I am not speaking into the brain because potentially, if things are happening, I don't want to hear that.
Yep.
Okay.
Anyways.
All right. So, you guys make your way back to Queen's office. As soon as you are making it there, the door swings open and Hane's storming out.
Oh, fuck.
I wish they were having sex.
Should someone go after her or let her be?
Amelia kind of like looks around at the group and she was like, who would be best to do that though?
Huh?
Anyone have a relationship? Never mind. I don't know.
Calliope, perhaps you could go?
Sure.
Okay, so you go. Callie,
Mm-hmm.
you on your own?
Am I on my own? Okay.
Okay. Looks like no one wants to follow you. So you, at the end of the line, because that's where you decided you wanted to be,
Yeah.
do an about face and follow Hane.
Mm-hmm.
In the meantime, the rest of you guys go up to the office door, which at this point is wide open. Marion just kind of is standing on the side of the desk, and she's frowning, but she sees you guys. Is good. You're back. Okay. The double should be here any moment.
Yes,
I've had a
we
couple of
heard
ideas.
some carriages. Do you need breakfast?
Oh, I should be fine.
Okay.
Is there any chance of this going
So,
sideways?
Do we need a specific
there is.
item from a specific bedroom that's trapped?
I've arranged that already.
Okay, cool.
I did have some ideas for you all.
great.
And she goes to a pile of steaks that she has made.
Wonderful.
Some of them look like really thin and long, like arrows, and some of them look handheld. So I've crafted these for May and Sarah.
Okay.
What I'd like is when we are in the main room for you to hide and
Cool.
watch for my signal. If it
Okay.
seems to go poorly, we'll have to do away with a few.
Okay, what's your signal?
Wonderful.
Just watch my hands.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's great, but what's the signal going to be?
She makes like a movement where it's like it's basically like a go. It's kind of like a handgun.
Sarah's
go.
like, that sounds great. However, this is not a moment where I need to misinterpret anything. Please tell me what the signal is.
I need to explicitly know.
Okay. Well, I'm like describing the signal now.
Okay.
She's
For the
valid for
moment,
that.
I'll just say she's making the signal.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Got it.
If
Love
it comes
So
up.
she shows us the signal.
Yes.
She shows it to you.
Perfect. Love it.
She
It's a great signal.
She expressly has that task for you too, and she frowns and says, where is the winged one?"
Good question.
Flying.
I know he's alive.
All right, well, I need him here. He can create fire very quickly.
Uh-huh.
Amelia's gonna connect again and be like, hey, glad you're alive. Where are you specifically?
Exactly. I'm
Mhm.
on top of the castle.
Sweet. Can you come to the office instead? Because we're gonna have some nobles coming soon.
We need some firepower.
Literally.
Firepower.
Quite literally.
Quite literally.
All right. Couple moments pass, and the large window on the other side of the room beyond the desk.
Fucking
Oh my
can't.
You
god.
see him.
He's so
Um,
dramatic.
Of course he is. Marianne sighs and goes over and opens the window and immediately turns. Like she doesn't even really care about this display. And just walks in, arms crossed. Says, "Glad you're here. You are important to this next step. If any of the ones that I give the signal to the rest of the group to stake are in fact staked, I need you to burn them immediately."
Please.
He says, "Sounds simple enough. Just good." She's kind of like looking around, see if she's missing anything.
What
I
do
left
you-
Mother's ashes where they lay, so they'll see that.
Where would you like me to help?
I suppose if anything were to go poorly, you can do the dome thing I saw. Because she's not sure what it was.
Okay.
She just said, I don't know, there was something.
Currently, she's just going through the list of what kills vampires quickly. She's. Are you able to produce a large amount of fire instantaneously?
Yes.
Are you answering for me?
Answering.
Sarah's answering for herself.
Okay.
Okay.
And control it?
It'd be preferred if it could be controlled.
Amelia is literally just gonna like snap her finger and show a flame there. She goes, "It's kind of my patron's main display of magic."
Perfect. All right. You and Calarel be in charge of that. For my part, I'll do the talking.
She
I wouldn't want to be in your shoes.
That was incredibly encouraging of me. Thank you for saying that right now.
She looks at Cal and she was like, "I don't think we've ever directly paired up."
Afraid I'm gonna show you up? He seems awfully chipper this morning, comparison to how he was last night.
Okay.
Okay, so we won't
I'm
talk about yesterday. But sure, yeah, really scared you're gonna show me up.
Did he just have a really good flight?
He's doing this really cool and fun thing where he doesn't think about it.
Compartmentalizing.
Like, oh, I know that. I'll put that in the box. What box? The box in my head where I put things I can't deal with. What?
Let's see.
It's
Dude,
giving
what?
Stefan from the Vampire Diaries where he just like turns it off.
Yep.
I'll put that in the box.
What box? The box where I never have to think about this again.
Yeah, a box that is chain locked, made of steel.
The box that has been stuffed to the brim for the last how many weeks of all of the things that he keeps adding to
For
it.
real,
For
bro.
the past like 30 years
There's
that he's been
no
alive.
way that shit is
actually.
shutting at this point.
It's okay. It's in the box. Don't worry about it.
It's in the box.
It's the box.
Don't worry. Everyone has their box. He's putting that in his box. Okay. She says, "All right," and you see her take off the. She's always wearing these like white, pristine gloves. She takes off the gloves. All right. Go. In the meantime, Callie, you've run after Hane. I don't know how tall you said Callie was, but Hane's on the taller side, so I just imagine her having to run.
Yes,
The
she's
dude, yeah.
going to be having to run. Callie is not tall
Tiny.
at all.
Callie's like 5'3", I feel. Maybe
Aw.
5'2".
She's short, yeah.
Aw, adorable. Okay.
Do you think I should do a thicker
Hane doesn't
bite?
seem to be stopping anytime soon. So do you say
Or just
anything
do a
or
thicker
just try and
nose?
catch up?
I'm just gonna try and catch up.
Are you still coming
Okay.
up?
Eventually, you've made it
I would do it.
basically to the other side of the castle. And Haynes made a turn into this
One more
room.
strand,
And you make it to the doorway.
and then
You see this
to
room
another section of
looks to
this,
be well taken care of.
and then
It's
on top
another
of the
like
right.
office type of area, but it's very sparse. It's all utility as far as you can see. A lot of weapons adorn the walls. There's armor on like a mannequin type thing.
Mhm.
And she just goes in and sits at the desk.
When you go to bed.
Okay, I'll follow her in,
Finishing at 11.
and I feel like as she like walks in, she's gonna be out of breath, so she's just gonna be like breathing heavily as she's been chasing after
Ran a
her,
mile.
and like put a hand on the desk, just like looking at her, like 1 second, hold on, and just like catching her breath. Yeah. And then finally she'll kind of like calm down and be like, is everything okay? What was that about?
Obviously, everything's not okay.
Obviously, not everything is okay. Correct. Is there anything we can do to make it better?
No, particularly. Look, I can't. I can't right now. There's already too many things going on. And I've expressed.
Mhm.
I think we should not bring it up, just at all. It'll cause too much trouble.
Pain, this is not something we can ignore.
It very much is.
It's not something you should ignore.
It's my past. It's my decision to ignore it.
However,
It
can't
affects more than
imagine.
just her.
Yeah.
Huh?
It affects
Right.
more than just her.
Right. It's no longer just you that this is a problem for.
So what do you suggest I do? Announce my existence, reclaim the throne?
No. But I think that you should acknowledge it. Think about it.
Step 1. Don't avoid it.
Right. I think we need to get some concrete answers before we go and say we're going to go claim the throne with you or anything like that. I think.
I have no intention of doing anything of the sort.
Also, isn't she
I
only the
think-
second born?
Right. So it wouldn't be her.
She was being exaggerating.
I know.
I think we need to find some concrete evidence. At some point, I assume the Prince of Covert is going to come knocking for his betrothed.
Hayne makes a face that's like a cross between pissed off and disgusted.
And we're not saying that anything is actually going to happen, but one can assume that there will be questions regarding how that is going to work out if she becomes queen.
Especially now.
So, it is very likely that you will be meeting him regardless.
Lovely.
And I think we also need to think about Salona and Marion and how this is going to look on the kingdom if you are the stolen heir.
I can only assume Covert will want to respond in force.
Right. So we need to think.
Which is a little bit tricky if you're the commander of the army.
Little tricky. Yeah, we're in a situation.
Right.
You know, honestly, kind of suspicious that you want to hide this piece of evidence that would inevitably lead to war. I don't know.
So
Are you a plant?
my question is,
Industry plant.
Amazing.
did you not know you were an orphan? Did you believe, like, growing up, your family?
Had no family. I was
you-
raised and installed in the military.
Okay, so you knew that you were an orphan.
I was aware.
Okay. And had, I guess, from a very young the same from a very young age. Have no memory of any life prior.
No.
She's Rapunzel.
None.
Interesting.
Does she have
My
hairs
first
that
memory
glows
is
when
no.
she sings?
I almost said that earlier. I was like, is she Rapunzel? When you said that there was a festival about the lost princess.
Specifically for the Lost Princess, yeah.
Actually, yes.
Amazing.
I don't know. You'll have to get her to sing.
Amazing.
Could you imagine?
Flower gleam.
Kane's the last person to start singing.
Yeah, no,
Does her
absolutely.
hair, like, has she never cut her hair?
She has.
We don't know. It's always in a braid.
Oh my god, here we go.
Okay.
Here we go.
Conspiracy
Um,
theories.
Anyway, I mean, I guess it's easy to not know that you aren't necessarily from Salona with how different a lot of the people look in the kingdom regarding all of the places that the kingdom has
Conquered.
taken. So it's not like you would look at yourself and not know that you weren't from here. And no one ever gave you any information regarding where they quote unquote found you?
Oh. Commander at the time took a shine to me, but it was never like a formal adoption or anything like that.
Interesting. It's also interesting that you've become commander of the army when I would assume at least the commander and obviously the queen and king potentially would have known who you were and chose to have you rise through the ranks and take over,
Maybe that's the point.
I guess.
Now she has loyalty to
Yeah.
Salona.
them. Da da da.
Well,
The plot thickens.
it was no secret that I had substantial magical ability, even then. It was highly
Is-
regarded at the time.
Mm.
Though I did almost die in the snow. I was told the king saved me from that.
And that's how you were found? Is the story that they were telling you?
They told me they found me in the streets,
Hmm.
that they began training me early. And it was during that training that this happened. Looks contemplative, like trying to parse the memory.
Interesting. Well, again, I hope that you do continue to reflect on it and don't completely dismiss it because, I mean, I guess it's your life. You can choose to not acknowledge it if you don't want to. But again, like we told Marianne, becoming queen, you'll have to unfortunately think about not just yourself anymore. And not just Salona either.
Perhaps. But for now, one day at a time.
Mm-hmm. Shall we head back to get ready for the nobles?
She nods and pulls out a drawer in the desk and pulls out a different weapon that you haven't seen before. It looks similar to the pistol that you've seen previously, but this one is a double barrel, bit more hefty, shorter. But
Oh, hell
you
yeah.
immediately clock it with your tinkerer artificer
Mm.
brain.
Mm-hmm.
This one's different.
She's gonna kind of just like stare at it, like just kind of like curiously, and be
Mhm.
like, "What sort of weapon is that?"
Our artificers have been tinkering with this for a while. I've got the only one that works.
And what is it called?
I don't know.
And does it
Called a
do?
challenge.
Huh?
I said it's called a challenge.
Challenge.
Does it do along the same lines of the same things that your other weapon did?
It does, but this one packs a little bit more punch.
It looks
Nothing
like
will
it.
beat it.
Well, I will leave that to you.
I'm not more interested.
What?
Shocked you're not more interested. You seem to like all types of technology.
I'm definitely interested in how the mechanism works, for sure. But
We'll have to get you in talks with the artificers then.
that would be really cool. I feel like cool is a weird word to use there, but I don't know what else to say.
That'd be so dope.
That'd be
Everyone, what?
fun.
Thieves can't. The be sick as fuck, bro. What?
Hell yeah.
All right, so you guys start making your way to the main hall. That's where Hane is going, and that's where the rest of the party is also going with Marion, and that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Short and
Woo
sweet.
woo.
Short and sweet. I told you it'd be set up.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, man.
Interesting.
Interesting. Thank you guys for watching. If you are here, you've been here the whole time. I know we were late, but you know, life happens.
Indeed it does.
Indeed.
Yeah, life happens.
My job got in the way, folks.
It'd be like
Well, I also had
Yeah, that's
child
Job
stuff.
that.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
But
But,
if
you
you
know, it's
join
all
our
good.
Discord, you'll be up to date on any, updates on the stream and whatnot. You can click that little button down there.
Hell yeah.
And you'll be getting notifications whenever we go live. Because sometimes we'll go live in the middle of the week. We'll have some lore talks. We have some more coming up. We have, I think Amelia's left. And then
Mhm.
I, as DM, will start giving you more of the down low on the world itself, so you can stop being like, what is she referencing?
What is going on? What did we miss?
Exactly.
Also,
Yeah.
all of our past streams are on YouTube. So if the VOD is gone, you can go look at all of our past streams on YouTube.
And while you're down there clicking buttons, as our wonderful Amelia says, you've also got links to our TikTok and Instagram, where you can follow us and see all our funny clips and doodads that we do there.
Goofy little instances.
Many ways to interact with us.
Yeah.
Yes, we want
We
to
have no
connect with
plans.
you guys, and we enjoy doing this. We thank each of you who come every week and catch up on the story, because we know it's not just us who cares about it anymore, which is a really cool feeling.
That's
really
wild.
dope.
Love you guys.
Such a cool feeling.
We have no
So
plans of stopping, so
no,
keep tuning in.
not at all. But this Wednesday we will have Amelia's backstory that we hope that you guys will join us for, and ask questions.
Lots of info on that one.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
I was gonna say that one might take a little longer.
Yeah, it might. But I'm also trying to make sure that it's a little bit more like the stuff you absolutely need to know, and then the world stuff that Mars will tell y'all about will be in other sessions. I want it to be really like understanding Amelia's backstory.
Yeah.
So with that, if you guys are going to join us on Wednesday, we would love to see you. And if you cannot, we will see you next Monday at 8 p.m. Central.
Love you.
Absolutely
Good
love you guys.
night.
Good night.